Hello guys, and welcome to Unmasked by Toltec Wisdom, where we unlearn, relearn, and become. Today's episode is the continuation of the last episode, which is about mind. This is the part 2 of the mind, which is a misleading leader and at the same time a loyal servant. Many years ago, or let me just be specific, I'm now 36, and for the past, let me say, if we start from 4 years that I've started knowing myself, understanding things, that 4 years till now, let's just say, or let's just even remove 6, for the past 30 years, I've been having mental crisis. It was not much when I was little, but it's funny that the more I grow, the more the mental crisis, the mental chaos. It got to a stage around that 20 something. I was thinking, is it that the more we grow old, the more our mind is unsettled? Because when I was little, I was so fucking happy. To teenager, all those years, so happy, full of energy. But why is it that every day by day, things are getting more complicated? And just a year ago, I discovered that it's all about mind. Sincerely, it has been my mind that has been giving me that feeling of unsettledness. You know, you feeling not being settled. Always feeling like something is not enough, something is not perfect, always feeling that you have to do more. When I started my self-discovery and even development, I started focusing more on how does this mind work? Why is all this thing like this? When I work, when I make money, my mind used to give me problem. The way I made money then. After making the money, the mind would give me problem on how to spend it judiciously. After that, after spending the money, the mind will also give me another problem. You've wasted the money. Okay? When I decide not to spend the money, let me save it, the mind will come again. You don't know tomorrow. You are saving. Do you spend this fucking money? When I don't go on holiday, the mind will be like, you don't travel around, you don't go on holiday, you don't do things, you are just every time working, being serious. You are too serious. This life is not serious. When I go on holiday, the mind will be like, you are on holiday? Are you not supposed to come with a book? Are you not supposed to be reading a book? Do you think Elon Musk is going on holiday? All these things. There is no any other reason for all this, because I only have a borrowed mind. Borrowed mind from people. And the reason why all this crisis is happening in my own mind is because when you go to holiday or when you do something, a part of you is in support. Some other parts are not in support. So I felt like this is not life. I cannot continue like this. This is insane. This doesn't make sense. Why should we be in this existence to be experiencing this non-stop? But gradually, when I keep on researching, making inquiry at why I'm even using myself as an example, I discovered that I have been wholly worried about the nature of the mind, about how naturally the mind works. And in the discovery of that, I've now been able to quiet my mind. And how I've been able to do it, aside from the general way I shared in the last episode, how I've been able to do it is what I want to share in this episode. I started by focusing, giving my attention, full attention to the mind, to what all this thing that is going on in the mind. And sincerely, I discovered that the mind does not work in the present. Like now, you don't need mind whenever you want to do anything now. The mind only works in the past and in the future. It only works to consult the memory and also to plan, to imagine the future. Okay? Since that, I now started increasing my focus on the present. Even watching the same mind, watching the thoughts appearing and disappearing in my mind. I'm making sure, like I said in the previous episode, making sure that more than 80% of the command from my mind now I usually ignore. And because every time I have been giving my attention to the mind, when it goes again, I bring it back. Since I've been doing that, I've been able to see clearly, with full clarity, whatever I'm doing. I've been able to create things the way I want it. And to be able to accept results even when the result doesn't relate with exact thing I want. Just because now I'm focusing on my attention in the present. Now, anytime your own mind too, or if you are in the same situation that, okay, every now and then, your mind always condemn you. Your mind always make you feel guilty. You are always disturbed. You don't know what. And the funny thing, before I move on, is that many people don't even know they have a messed up mind. Because they've been used to it. So they think that this is what is happening to everybody. No. The number one step to making your mind quiet is first of all recognizing that you have a messed up mind. That your mind is chaotic. That is the number one step. Because without knowing, there is nothing you can do. Without you recognizing it. So if you are in this position, there are many techniques to quiet the mind. And you cannot just adapt to my own 100%. No. Listen to my own, make other researches, and now inculcate any techniques that works for you. My own, the best techniques that works for me is being an observer of my mind, watching it. It's not easy at the beginning, but sincerely, the result of you watching your mind in a day will let you continue the second day. I swear, in as much you are able to do it with devotion, with seriousness, sincerely. Since I started observing my mind, since I started watching my mind, paying attention to it, thinking about horrible thing, I pay attention to it. Thinking about good thing, I pay attention to it. Bringing uncertain future, I pay attention to it. In the course of me paying attention to it, I've always been present in many instances, in many situations. And in as much you are being present, the mind cannot have power over you. In as much you are present, because you don't need the mind when you are present. You only need the mind, you only need to consult the mind when you want to remember something. And most of the things we remember, most of the things in our memory are useless. We don't need them. We just need few things, few information from all these things that we have acquired that we call memory. Being in the present will enable you to always consult it as at when needed, without you always being bombarded, being overwhelmed with a lot of information when it's not even needed. So, some people, the way they quiet their own mind is pay attention to their breath. Breathing in, breathing out. They pay attention to it. Some is pay attention to the third eye during meditation. But the one that works best for me, like I said earlier, is bringing my mind to whatever I'm doing. Focusing on it. Not doing something else. Not speaking to you now and still thinking about other things. Not doing something and thinking I ought to be doing another thing. Yes. Those are the way the mind gets hooked up in traffic. Because you are being obsessed with a thought. You are trying to avoid a particular thought. You are trying to break forth a particular thought. It doesn't work that way. You have to allow all thoughts that is coming to you. Allow it. With time, it will quiet down by itself. It's automatic. It happens. You don't need to trust me. You don't need to believe me. Just decide that, okay, I want to use 3 days to practice this thing. If you don't see results, you don't need to continue. But someone that has never seen an aeroplane, someone that has never traveled with an aeroplane, can never understand that there is something much more faster than a car. Someone that has never experienced a quiet mind. And there is nobody that has not even experienced a quiet mind. If you don't remember, think about when you were very little. Think about when you just wake up early in the morning. Because every night you forget about your worries. You let go of your mind whenever you want to sleep. And once you wake up again, the mind takes charge. Like I said, I'm not condemning the mind. The mind is good. The mind is useful. But it is only when you are using it, not when the mind is using you. This is my own way of addressing my mind. And the essence of this last episode on mind is to share my own personal experience with you guys. And who knows, being an observer of your own mind like I do can help you, or can also make you to make other researches on how to quiet your mind. I hope this really help you guys the way it has helped me. Thank you for listening.